Renovating, decorating, landscaping, finishing or building? Visit the Waikato Home and Garden Show. Find designs to excite, ideas to inspire, all at special home show prices. Opens Thursday, 6th of October, 4 days only. Plums Event Centre, Hamilton.
See you at the home show. See you at the home show.
Those brown seed heads look quite impressive there. Chris, what's that?
That's Mentelia arborescens, I think it is,
Yep.
the wow.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this one is only 4 years old and has decided to die on me, but I love the look of the seed heads, so I'm going to keep it
Yes,
there.
aren't they spectacular? And that little bit of kawa in front.
It's good contrast, isn't
yes.
it? Yeah.
Yes, is that something that you've allowed to naturalise into the garden?
It was here originally, and I've allowed it to get bigger because it separates the two areas quite nicely. If it wasn't there, you'd see straight down into the lower garden.
Yes, and really have vertigo.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I was going to get a digger in to start with, and he came, because this was all overgrown, and he came and said, oh, I think it's a bit brave and a bit dangerous. So I had to do it all by hand in the end. There was a huge kiwi fruit, grew virtually from here down to the bottom of the section, and it was up into that Japanese cedar as well.
Yeah, wow.
And so I cut that out, and again, it was lucky we didn't get a digger in because it was just all so steep.
And this flowering cherry here, that's loving, no leaves or flowers yet, but just that nice little way of flattening the section just a little bit.
Yep, bit of horizontal form. It's Mount Fuji, which is a very flat top
beautiful
one.
white, greeny white, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Again, I got him as a decent sized specimen. Yeah. I got the birches as a reasonable sized specimen as well.
Yes, no, it's you've got to splash out, don't you?
On a few things.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit like when you're a kid and your mother bought clothes for you to grow into, and they'd worn out the time you were big enough.
Right.
I must compliment you. We've talked about the steps, but they're just a nice height for stepping down there, Chris. But a lovely little posie here for this little orchid.
Yep, it loves it. It's cold shade, but it sits here in this pot. Doesn't need fertiliser. Don't do anything to it, and now it's rewarding me with all these flowers.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
No, isn't it magic though?
Yeah,
but a little bit of terracotta and keeping those roots cool too.
Yep. No, it loves that spot.
Yes. Well, interesting wee building you've got here, Chris. What's the function of this one?
Well, it was meant to be my little studio, but that wasn't quite as practical as I thought. So now it's just going to be a little reading room, really. And it was built to look good from from the house. I started with this old lead light window and then built from there. And now I've decided that from the back of it, it looks really good looking through it. We decided the view was so good out the back of the studio that I've cut the wall out and I'm putting in some French doors.
That's chainsaw carpentry when you whack a wall out, isn't it?
I did the chainsaw bit, but the builder's going to do the refined bits.
Yeah.
And we get a nice view of the Clematis armandi out there at the moment.
Yeah, isn't that? It's so pure and clean, isn't it?
It's looking perfect at the moment. But again, by festival time, it'll be over.
Yeah, but then you'll have those lovely seed heads. No, it's something else.
Yes, it does have nice fluffy seed heads. Yep.
So it's a positive everywhere. And I love the wire tree.
Oh, right.
You don't see that very often, do you?
No, that's unique. Again, it's stuff that was down here, the old wire. It's my number 8 wire tree. And I just wanted to do something with it without having to take it off the site, so I just repurposed it, really.
Touch of class, I love it. There's a lovely lushness as you walk down here too, that's the movement of the bamboos and the neopanics. Are you still a neopanics man?
Yes, it's now pseudopanics, but no, I still call it neopanics. So, this area is meant to be more tropical and lush down here. So, it was the last area to be developed, so it hasn't quite filled the gaps yet, but it will soon.
Yes. No, well, there's going to be some lovely colours, and your little collection of staircase here is now that's got to have taken a reasonable amount of almost tongue-in-cheek building. Lovely little magnolia, one of the lily flowers, is it?
I think one might be called Susan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, just that
Yeah.
nice wee touch.
It's lovely, and when it fills in here, it'll be a real contrast
Yes.
when it gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and it'll give you a nice corner. But
Yep.
this little staircase here, bit of a work of art that you've built here.
Again, cut and fill. I had a certain amount of soil and a certain amount of steps to create. So just really, worked with the land as much as I could.
Yeah.
Yes, it's got a bit of character. The bamboos were from next door.
Right.
Free rails.
Yeah.
So, and again, if they do rot out, we can just
You'd
replace
put another
them.
one on,
Yeah,
yes,
yep.
exactly.
And I got a bit lazy not cutting the tops off the posts, but
Yes.
they're going to stay like that.
Yes.
So.
Well, there's always a little totem and a little bit of your beautiful design there, but yeah. Well, no, often on a big sloping hill garden, people get to the point that they get to the bottom and it becomes most where rubbish has been pushed.
Right.
But here, now this little planting with the mondo grass and the Pseudopanix ferox is
Yep,
that's
just,
quite amazing. And
just textural contrast, really.
yeah.
When the mondos are all black, it'll be bolder
yeah,
once they've filled the gaps.
yeah, and planting these feroxes so close together going to cause you any issues, or
No, I think they'll be quite good because they end up like lollipops. So there'll
Yeah.
be 3 lollipops all together in the groups. They were in pots. I had them in pots.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think it'd be quite exciting, the 3 together. I love things in 3s. So we've got 3 groups of 3 there.
Yeah.
And they're fairly slow. It'll be good many years before they are in their adult stage.
yes, and and down here, this your lowermost boundary.
Yeah, boundaries just through there.
Yeah.
Then it's a reserve. So
Well, you're not going to be built out from the bottom then.
definitely not. No, it's great. There's a walkway down there, but it's still quite a way away.
Yes.
Again, really sheltered down here. On a windy day, it's perfect down here. But we do get the odd frost, as my bananas can attest
Yeah.
to.
Your little viraya over there is looking absolutely gorgeous. It's flowers many times.
Yeah, just a little bit of colour at the moment. Again, the tropical garden is the most new and needs a bit more growth yet.
Yes.
It was the last bit that I got to.
But we're going to show you something that's really amazing. Party time has happened down here. And look at this. Bit of a party there you've had down here with the...
We need to drink a few more to finish it off.
no, it's quite a nice, lovely little touch of tribute to Steinlager.
Yeah, well, the intention was to have a grotto in behind,
Right.
but I ran out of energy digging the clay bank out, so I thought, well, this will do for the moment, and then maybe next year I'm going to have a tunnel and a grotto,
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's going to be amazing.
like
Bit
the
of
old
lighting.
English gardens, but
Yes.
you know how they were lined with
Yes.
shells and
Yeah.
things,
Yes.
but mine won't be lined with shells. But we do get glowworms down here, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping to encourage the
Oh,
glowworms.
that's a lovely thing. It's a tribute to the cleanliness of the city
Yep,
in this
yep,
area, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yep. No, well, they're in the park. There's lots of glowworms in the park, so it's no reason why they shouldn't go
No.
here.
Yep.
Um,
Well, Chris, we've got the hall up to the top, but what an amazing garden. And
Thank
you
you.
know, people that are going to come to the festival, the Rhododendron Taranaki Garden Spectacular. You know, we've been around so long, Chris, we get the names muddled up.
We do, yeah.
But this is a new garden to the festival, well worth a visit. Just take your vertigo tablets before you come if you lean out to have a look. But it's magnificent. The birds are here, and if it's a rainy day like today, don't worry because it is fantastically lit, and the lighting and the feel is beautiful. And you wouldn't believe, standing here, that 2 minutes away is the centre of a city.
Renovating, decorating, landscaping, finishing or building? Visit the Waikato Home and Garden Show. Find designs to excite, ideas to inspire, all at special home show prices. Opens Thursday, 6th of October, 4 days only. Plums Event Centre, Hamilton.
See you at the home show. See you at the